So today I really want to talk about believing yourself, right? What it really truly means to believe, right? And I don't think a lot of people understand the depths that you have to go to, right? To really get to where you want. Myron Golden, he is a millionaire that I listen to, right? Gives great information. But people don't really know the sacrifices that it takes, right? To get to where you want to be. Right? People want to listen to other people, even their spouses or significant others. Sometimes you gotta let them know, hey, baby, this is what I'm doing, right? Oh, but you work a lot and blah, 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 right? Now, if you know yourself and you walk in the righteous path and you have a goal, right? Do not let anybody stray you from that path. I'm telling you right now, right? There was this guy I was seeing online the other day. His wife left him, right? His wife left him, gone, divorced. You know what I'm saying? Left his black self. I'm like, dang, my brother. I'm sorry, King. 8 days later, this man signs a $3 million contract. I'm not BSing you here. This is the truth, right? I was watching a video on Snapchat, and I'm like, wow, right? Never stray away from the path. I don't care who it is, right? Whatever happens, know that hey, this is gonna happen. But guess what? I'm gonna still keep. I'm gonna keep thriving, right? I'm gonna keep walking. I'm going to do what I still need to do to make sure that I am successful tomorrow, right? And success, I'm not talking about like being no millionaire, billionaire. No, right? I'm making moves no matter what happens, no matter if I get left today, right? Dumped in the rain, in the cold, shivering. Tomorrow, I'm still going to be working towards what I need to be working on to make myself a better man tomorrow and the next day and next year and so on and so forth. Right? We never slack, you know. We become better. That's what it is, right? But how much do you really want to become better? What are you willing to sacrifice, you know? And the thing is, men, y'all need to stop letting people lead y'all, right? We are the leaders, right? Now, I'm not gonna say, ignore your wife, ignore your significant other. No, but you gotta lead yourself. I don't care. I'm not gonna say I don't care about my significant other's opinion. But look, at the end of the day, hey, you can think what you want. I know what I'm gonna do, right? I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be respectful about it. But listen, I know what I'm doing. You can't tell me nothing, right? I'm built for the rain, right? They're not. Look, men, we're built for this, right? We done been through situations that a lot of them haven't been through. Now, I'm not saying that y'all ladies out there ain't been through y'all fair share of situations, because Lord knows y'all have, right? And some of y'all carry that baggage with y'all right on the outside. Anyways, right? We all been through it, but men were built for this, right? A lot of us, right? We done been through hell back, right? We done been through hell and back to hell, and then back up here again. At least that's my story, right? I done been through it, I done really been through it. I'm telling you, a lot of women just haven't, right? I done lost friends. I done seen people die right there in front of me, homies, right there in front of me, dead. You can't revive them. You can't bring them back to life. They gone right there. You watching them, their lives pass you by, right? Situations where you wish you could have helped somebody but you couldn't, and they're gone. You know, you seen somebody yesterday, they're not there tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Man, I done fought. I done, I done fought demons, man. I'm telling y'all. You know what I'm saying? In the middle of the night, restless, cold. Trying to make a change, trying to make decisions, right? Some of y'all know where, y'all know that place. You guys have been there. A lot of you guys have been there. Anyways, but keep rising. I'm telling y'all, man. Keep rising because people don't know what you've been through, right? Or where you're going. I'm not gonna say you're never gonna make mistakes. You are, but you gotta believe in yourself. A lot of y'all don't walk like you don't believe in nothing, right? You saying this stuff, right? You prayer, but your actions don't show it, right? Your actions got to believe, your actions got to show that what you believe in is really what you believe in, right? You know, what you believe must be shown through action, right? It has to, right? You know, belief is something of the mind, right? It's spiritual. You know, the mind itself, right? Dreams, thoughts, right? These things aren't physical, right? Imagination, ideas, right? Yes, they people say it's formulated in the brain, but thought, you know, love, right? These things, love, you could say is oxytocin, but they're not of the physical, right? They're etheric, right? You can't touch it, right? You can't touch somebody's thoughts. You can touch somebody's brain, but not their mind, right? Not their thoughts, not their dreams, right? Dreams aren't physical. Anyways, you gotta walk. You gotta walk the walk, talk the talk, right? If you believe in something, it's funny because I was just going through the Bible. Mark 9 caught my attention, right? 14. It starts at 14. Mark 9, 14, right? Jesus heals a demon possessed boy, right? And so Jesus is healing this demon possessed boy, right? And the people, the boy's father is worried, and he's telling Jesus, "Hey, Jesus, my son, he's possessed, right?" And he's like, "Okay, bring the boy to me," you know. And he's asking what's going on, right? And the man replied, "Since he was a little boy, the spirit often throws him into the fire or into water, trying to kill him." And the guy says, "Have mercy on us and help us if you can." Jesus like, "What do you mean if I can?" What? Ain't no ifs with Jesus, y'all. There's no ifs. That's how you have to think. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no ifs. It's a matter of when I can. Not if, nah. When, right? Ain't no ifs because I know it can be done, right? So Jesus like, "What do you mean if I can?" Jesus said, he said, "Anything is possible if a person believes," right? The father instantly cried out, "I do believe, but help me overcome my unbelief," right? Ain't no ifs, y'all, right? Jesus is like, "What do you mean if I can?" Nah, ain't no ifs. I can. I will. It's just a matter of when. Where's the boy? Bring him to me. We're going to take care of this right now. Right? And then later on, Jesus sitting with his disciples. And they asked him, they're like, "Jesus, why couldn't we cast out the evil spirit?" Right? And Jesus replied, "This kind can be cast." He just replied, "This kind can be cast out only by prayer," right? So he sat down and they asked him, "Why couldn't we cast it out?" Right? So Jesus, why can you cast it out and we can't? Right? And Jesus replies to them, "This kind can be cast out only by prayer." But not, and what he means by that is when you're praying, right? When you're giving command onto something, you must do it like you know it's gonna happen, right? Like you know it's gonna happen. You're not like, I hope. No, you know it's gonna happen, right? When you're praying, right? You better pray like you know it's gonna happen. Lord, thank you for everything you've done for me. God, I am willing to do your work, to spread your message, right? To live in the path of righteousness, right? To walk a path of righteousness, to be righteous, to be a loving man, a man of integrity, right? Lord, I need you. I need you to guide me through these endeavors. I need these possibilities to happen, right? It's possible. It will happen. I need you to guide me through these because I know it's going to happen, but guide me through it, right? I'm not asking God, can you? No. God, I need you. I need you to do it for me because I am, in return, going to spread your word, right? In return, I'm going to do your work, right? I will be a different character. And I'm telling y'all, I wasn't always this character. I'm telling you guys right now, right? I've came a long ways, and no matter what I do, no matter who I'm with, I'm not going to let nobody take that away from me, right? I'm always going to try my best, you know? And again, we make mistakes, but I'm not going to let nobody's decisions just put me in this state of depression and sorrow. Don't get me wrong. If anything happens, hey, look, we might cry for a few minutes, but guess what? We're going to wipe them tears off and keep walking. I'm sorry, right? And people want to say, oh, you heartless. How could you be like that? I've already been there. I've done that. I've been there and I've done that. I'm telling you right now, whoever I am with, I will be the most loving person in the world. But just know this, if anything happens, I'm not finna throw myself into a state of sorrow and depression for you. You're of the flesh, right? Not only that, most of y'all living of the flesh, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to be of this. I'm trying to live. You know what I'm saying? A life of the spirit. You feel me? Overcome the flesh, right? Through discipline. You know what I'm saying? Through intensity, right? Through motivation, right? Through accountability. You know. Anyways, y'all. Salute. Remember, don't just believe, right? But you have to know whatever it is that you are striving for, right? Whatever it is that you're trying to make a possibility, that you want to make a possibility, right? Believe that it will happen, right? No matter what it is. And keep trying, right? Don't just, there's multiple paths, right? Multiple paths to one destination. You know what I mean? I want to get here. Well, I type in the address on the GPS. Hey, I want to get here to this destination. The GPS gives me 4 different options. 4 different options. You can get it. You can get to this way, or that way, right? Okay, I try this way. Oh, this way it's too much construction. Okay, let me try this way. This way too many residential neighborhoods and take. Okay, well let me try this way. Right, let me try that way. Right. Oh, this way right here works. Oh yeah, I could definitely. Okay, so next time I'm gonna take this route, right? Or I'm gonna do it like this, right? Don't be stuck in one place, right? The world is big. Try everything. Try anything. Anything. Try anything. At this point it's like try anything. You know what I'm saying? Just try to be better, try to be great. Think of ideas. You know what I mean? Think of ideas, walk a righteous path, and then whatever it is that you're thinking about doing, research it. Look up YouTube videos, right, on things pertaining to that subject. You know what I mean? Whatever it is, just try to better yourself. That's all it is, right? And try to do something great. Try to create something for yourself. It might not happen today, it might not happen tomorrow, but hey, it's gonna happen. But not only that, it gives you something to work on, right? I believe a regular job, I believe it's a stepping stone. You're not supposed to be there forever, right? It's a stepping stone, right? Use that job to, use the funds to better your credit or whatever you got to do. Create a business account, right? Create an LLC, right, with the funds from work, whatever it is you got to do, right? Put that bread towards something that's gonna propel you closer, uh, to an idea you have for yourself, right? To be your own boss or whatever it is. I don't care. I don't care what it is. It could be writing music. It could be writing a book. I don't know. It could be making content and helping others, right? You gotta invest in it somehow. You know. Anyways, with that being said, y'all, salute. Stay strong. Stay focused. Catch y'all later.